Good evening, lovelies. How are we doing? Happy Friday. Robin, welcome in. Congrats on getting first seat planted. Story, congrats on getting second seat. And enjoy your lurk. And Yip, welcome in. Also, thank you for clearing up chat there, Robin and Yip. so that now live chat is not messed up anymore. I am doing okay, Starry. How are you? It was good to see you live. Was it yesterday or was it today? It was yesterday, right? I think it was yesterday. If it was today, I'm very sorry. Everything's mixed. All in a day's work, totally on purpose. Cool. Awesome. It was yesterday. Okay, cool. Damn. So yeah, we are back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We are at the moment halfway age 15. The Helios are on our planet, and last time we ended the stream with meeting Sim. Meeting Sim. It was so fun. So we're gonna see if we can connect with him again. Robin, you're looking at hotels again? Where you want to go this time? Sorry, it was good to be back even though you felt like you forgot how to do stuff. It happens, you'll get the hang of it again. I hope you enjoyed it though. Hope you enjoyed it. Today I was a bit all over the place, I think. But most of the things that I needed to do have been done. Now I really do need to put this in my phone as a reminder for later after stream, because I'm gonna forget otherwise. Give me a second. I just remembered that I still have to charge my car. Otherwise I can't, well, go and get to where I need to go tomorrow. And as I'm leaving at 7:30 tomorrow morning, I will have to make sure that this gets done. What time we're gonna do? Let's just do this. Okay. There. Cool. Robin, a small trip to a movie park, Halloween days. With your dad this time? Fun! You just love traveling. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're cleaning the folders on your PC, so you'll be lurking. Have a great stream if you can't be back into it. Good luck, Story! Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay, that has been set. We'll see if we can make that. Just put some gas in it, it'll be fine. There is nowhere to put gas in. It's an electric car, Yip. Funny guy you are. Funny guy you are. Let's go to the game, shall we? Yeah, what has everyone been up to? How was your week? What are you gonna do this weekend? You sure you can find a place? I'm not gonna throw gas in my trunk. Nope. Not gonna do that. Okay. You and Dice are sitting on the tailgate of one of the expedition's vehicles, shelling bobber seats with your teeth and spinning the hard bits on the ground. Now and then, one of you points out something funny a passing surveyor does, or spots something under the mush trees. This is the easiest way to talk to Dice, by not talking at all. Dice has always been like this. Being isolated from the other kids has made him thoughtful. Out of everyone, you think Dice might understand about Sim and be able to keep it a secret. Do you tell him? Oh yeah. Yeah, we are gonna tell Dice. I trust him. You tell Dice that you saw something interesting when you were out on expedition. Dice perks up immediately, turning to look at you. Yeah, he asks. What? I met an alien, Dice. His jaw drops and his face goes an interesting color. You're worried for a moment that he's going to be upset with you for teasing him, but... No way, Dice hisses, leaning in. But I met an alien too, Eleonora. What was yours like? Like us, but an alien? You describe Sim. His long dark hair, his big eyes, his faintly purple skin, the way he never seems to answer any of your questions. And Dice stares at your face. Wait, you met Sim too? You nod, and Dice's hands fly to his hair. He said he met another human girl, but he didn't say who it was. It was you this whole time. He made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone else, Dice says earnestly. It's a weird expression on him. He said if other humans find out about the gardeners, we'd all be in a lot of danger. So, we can talk about Sim, but we have to keep it a secret. Yeah, this will be your secret. Yep, your week was okay. You were sick for most of it. Are you better now, though? Worked some yesterday, drove a lot today. You had to bring away equipment from work for the yearly check. Almost emptied the battery for your electric car. Oopsie. Careful there. Okay, this will be our secret. Dice nods, looking serious. Good, he says simply, and then repeats it. Good. You go back to shutting bobber seats in silence, watching the colony go about its business. Yup. We also need to rest, but I'm not sure where or with who we're gonna do that. You tried putting us in to have a conversation with your boss on Monday. Wait. For real? I may hope not. Okay, cool. God. Yeah, seriously. Don't do this to me. My brain is already fried enough today. Also, what is happening with my camera? Give me a second, guys. There. That makes more sense. Uh-oh. Your mom and dad are taking a midday break in the shade of a trellis and wave you over as you approach. Eleonora, come here, your dad says, pulling up a crate with his foot and patting the top invitingly. Come spend some time with your old mom and pop. How's your day been? Alright, I guess. Oh, fearless explorer, your mom drawls, taking a swig from her canteen. She wipes her mouth with the back of her hand and passes the canteen back to your dad. Made friends with any alien life forms yet? Well, about that, Mom. Your face goes on a journey. Friends with any... What? Do they know about Sim? How could they? Your parents chuckle at your expression. Wow, Eleonora, your dad says. You know, like the little hop-eyes that sneak in, or a blip bug. Oh, those kind of aliens. You thought for sure they were talking about Sim, but hey, while they're asking... Nope, just boring old humans. Yeah, no, we're not gonna talk about Sim. Your mom and dad nod and go back to their conversation. You sit with them a while and share the canteen. It's iced black tea. You're not supposed to drink it because it makes you feel kind of buzzy, but it makes the rest of the afternoon fly by. Okay. No, I think we're gonna keep Sim a secret. Just talk about Bob. Yeah, sure. Callan's kicking a small beam back into the air, trying not to let it touch the ground. He's not very successful. That new kid, the dog boy, Rax, showed me how to play this, he says, groaning as the beanbag hits the ground again. It's a lot harder than it looks. So what are you working on? Callan's looking a little sickly. Well, I found this really pretty flower growing in the garden. Never seen it before. He take a look at it and soon begin to feel sick yourself. Wait, is this plant radioactive? What? It's radioactive, Cal says, backing up quickly. Good thing you knew that. What do we do? You're not sure, but if you study it in geoponics lab, you might be able to figure out how to neutralize the radiation. We got a bit of biology. And apparently we're gonna go to the geoponics lab. How much do we have? We could actually. Let's do that then. After we've talked to everyone. Second. Hey Rex. Rex hasn't gotten used to life on the surface yet. You remember your first year. Vertumnus seemed so enormous, so full of dangers and mysteries. Well, it still does, but the shock eventually wore off. Rex still has that slightly bewildered look in his face every time he walks outside and the sunlight hits his face. It's so bright and warm. Got your present, Rex? I know you like these. Rex shoots you a shy smile. Nothing a dog likes more than a steak, right? Exactly, Rex. And Rex folds you into his arms, bending his whole body to you. He smells warm and a little spicy, like clean sweat and sunshine. It's a good hug, the kind that makes you instantly just a little more relaxed. There we go, because I do like Rex. Yep, you came home tired from work, ready to fall down on your couch and relax, only to walk in the door and realize your friend is painting your house and the entire downstairs floor is a giant mess and no furniture or kitchen can be used. So now you're sitting in your office chair and you're hungry. Order something? Maybe? You need to eat. I understand that it's annoying that you forgot about it, though. Oh yeah, right, Nem. Nem is kicking a sports ball around listlessly. After a while, she picks it up and just stares off into the distance at the colony walls. You will wait till it's done. You have food in the fridge that has to be either eaten today or thrown out. Yeah, that's sucky. Ooh, yes. It's her birthday. Oh, that's nice. I'm glad we did this. Thank you for remembering my birthday, Eleonora. It's hard without come here. I fully understand, Nam. I fully understand. We are gonna get her trust. And this dude can get fucked. Okay. Geoponics. Let's see. Geoponics. Geoponics is a buzz with activity. Repairs to the domes are underway, the fields are being replanted, and hydroponics from the heliopause are being installed. Research. Yes, please. Back in the lab, you have all the right equipment to properly examine that radioactive plant you found. Maybe you can find a way to protect yourself from them, so you don't need to drag a radiation-proof virus suit with you every time you go to that part of the planet. Radiation poisoning isn't a killer it used to be on Earth. With medbeds, you can flush out deadly doses of radiation in a few hours. Could still make you really sick though, and high enough doses could kill you before you're even able to reach a medbed. How confident are you that you know how to protect yourself? Not particularly useful to me, but you just saw that starting for Switch 2 has 4-player local co-op. Ooh, interesting. Even 4-player local co-op with 4 different devices where only one person needs to own the game for all 4 people to be able to play. Okay, how did Barome fix that? Because that's not something that Nintendo normally... Okay. Nice. Nice. Well done. I indeed do not have Stardew on my Switch. Maybe one day. Very consumer friendly. Yeah. Interesting. Are we gonna go with I think I'll be okay or with not at all, actually? Not at all, actually. Good call. Maybe you can come back again later, after collecting more samples. Get to work. Yeah, maybe. This card becomes a 3. Okay. I don't know. That sort of made sense. I think that was smart. Ooh, biology is going up, 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 up. We needed reason. No, was it reasoning or persuasion? Persuasion needs to go up. The Vertumnalia Festival is a welcome day of normalcy in an otherwise chaotic year. Despite some lingering rivalry between the two factions, Vertumnalia has a chance for the Helios and the Stratos to come together and appreciate the bounty of the planet. At least, that's what the adults say. As Governor Lum takes the stage to address the colony, you can't help but notice a crowd has segregated itself according to their ship of origin. Rex shoots you away from over on the Strato side, and Nomi makes a silly face. Vase is surrounded by other young soldiers, all looking sharp in their Heliopause uniforms. With Dice standing beside you, you wonder if the two ships will ever feel like one colony. A fanfare plays over the square's announcement system, and Lum's honor guard do a complex drill with their drone rivals. "Greetings, people from Tomna," Lum says, his voice ringing out over the square. "We may be far from our beautiful Earth, but we can still celebrate and be thankful for what we have here. We've worked hard to save this beleaguered little colony from the brink of destruction. I should be proud of our work." The Helios cheer, and your side of the square is more quiet. I know some of you have been asking, "Lum, how are you going to do it all by yourself? How you're going to run the colony, solve everyone's problems, turn this planet into a paradise, and look this good?" Lum strikes a pose to a smattering of polite applause. "Well, I have the answer for you," he continues. "The old council made a lot of bad choices, like illegally leaving Earth, but I believe in second chances. So I've appointed the original department heads to my own council, Lum's Council 2.0. Better not disappoint me." He laughs and makes finger guns to the department heads at the foot of his podium. "Stay on your toes, Stratos. I also want to promise everyone here today that we're going to make Vertumna safe for humans," Lum says. "The next time those bastard Xenos attack, we're going to blow them to so many little pieces there won't be enough left to wipe off our boots. We've already got the defenses," he says, gesturing broadly to the new, taller, thicker walls. "And we're building homes for everyone. Homes where people can raise children again, knowing that our military men and women are keeping us safe." Big cheers from both sides this time. Oh. Some of the colonists around you even have tears in their eyes, especially those who lost family in the last attack. Lum goes on for a while, lionizing the Heliopause's military strength and casting subtle digs at your failed colony experiment. Finally, the crowd disperses to set up the square for the afternoon festivities, some traditional and some new. At the tables, Aunt Anne and the kids are setting out the spread for dinner. There is an unimaginable amount of food, thanks to the Heliopause's huge ration surplus, and the piles upon piles of xeno meat from the hunting parties, for those who can stomach it. Anne is all smiles, clearly making an effort to move on, as Lum mandated despite still mourning her lost son come. But not even the festive atmosphere can force a smile into Nem's face. It is not party time. We should be mourning, not celebrating. Nem nods. We should have skipped Vertunalia this year, she says quietly. We can't celebrate being alive when people died. I have to agree with her. We are so damn rebellious this time, though. The chime sounds to announce that the square is set up for the annual competitions. What do you choose this year? What will this give me? Combat. I don't want to do Xeno wrangling. That does not sound like a fun thing. Apparently we don't have anything. Oh, okay, well. In that case, we're ditching the event. More rebellion. Let's go. You head off the wall here. You head off to the wall where you find dice. Oh, it's you, he says. The slightly cooler breeze coming from the forest gently tosses his hair. What do you want? Came to find you. Yeah. You try to say suggestively, but you aren't sure he understands. Oh, Dice mumbles. He picks at a loose thread on his sleeve, worrying a hole near the cuff for his thumb. That's cool, I guess. By mutual silent agreement, you and Dice stake out places on the wall a comfortable distance apart. It's peaceful. This place sucks now, Dice says after a few minutes of silence. I can't believe we got taken over by a bunch of stupid soldiers. And everyone's down there, playing nice with them and pretending like they're going to help us. He looks out towards the wilderness. What's out there is bigger than their guns. I know it. After the festivities, their mood in the colony is a lot lighter. You see people smiling easier, and often see mixed groups of Helios and Stratos socializing together. It feels like the first time people have actually let themselves relax. Well then, we're almost fully rebellious. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. No, I think it's good. I think it's good. We know otherwise we're gonna end up with a situation that we do not want to end up with. Give me a second while I make sure that I do not hurt myself anymore, because that's what my body was trying to do. Let's not. Okay. You hate rebels. You want everyone to follow the rules. Like you do. Okay. Now. Let's see. If there's anyone we can talk to. Well, we can talk to everyone if we want to. I just want to figure out. Nam doesn't say anything as you approach. Fine. Oh, I need more toughness. Always, of course. We're almost there, though. Okay. Where would we find Sim? Rules, and you would have babies if you could. Wow. Sure. All the perception stuff, I don't need that. I need persuasion. Okay, let me check where we can find persuasion. If there is a place. How do we get more persuasion? Toughness, bravery, defense. Where was that again? Engineering. Okay, study humanities does give us persuasion. Okay. That's creativity. Does give us friendship with Nomi though. notice board. Let me check quickly. Yeah, that's because the Helios are here. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, wait. Depot. Still nothing new. That feels strange. But okay, fine. Then we just keep on getting more. Shuffle dirt is toughness. Biology and toughness. Biology organizing. Animals and empathy. I mean, animals is full, perception is full. Okay, we're gonna do life studies again. Because I want to get persuasion up to at least the first one, which is gonna be tricky. Hal has been called away for a council meeting, so Congruence is filling in. She tells you that today you'll be learning about the history of capitalism on Earth. Oh boy. You mean why humans used to have nice things, and now we just eat mashed trivet and soy cakes? Marge says smugly. Please. Earth humans might have messed everything up, but at least they had style. Ever patient, Congruence ignores Marge's contribution and projects a holovid into the classroom. A solemn woman in weird clothes identifies herself as Haven Constance Odenheim, an educational designer for the Vitamna Group, and tells you that the following experience has been created specifically to teach you, the third generation of the group, about the largest contributing factor in Earth destruction, capitalism. You and the other students exchange worried looks. You spend a day in an interactive experience that covers the history of capitalism, from market feudalism to its transitions to colonialism, then its major phases like industrialization, mass production, and corporatism. It ends with a discussion of how it collapsed in the late 21st century, as wealth inequality and environmental concerns finally weakened its hegemony, along with the planet itself. Sounds horrible. The educational experience tells you that, despite being regarded by many as simple and economic system, capitalism had been responsible for more violence on Earth than in any act of war. From its very beginnings, as the colonial powers spread mercantilism across the globe, it required a constant supply of people to exploit through any means necessary. It took centuries for people to realize how horrible capitalism was. Once people could no longer hide from its racist, colonialist history. You're partway through the lesson when Kel realizes the parallels. But we live in a colony, don't we? Aren't we colonizing for Tomna? Isn't that wrong? Of course not, dummy, Mars reasons. There aren't any people here to take the land from, just a bunch of animals. Marts? What if there are other people? It's not like you can tell everyone that you've met an actual alien, so you just sort of ask a leading question. Smooth, Eleonora. What if the moon is a giant soy sweet? Mars retorts. What if the lakes are champagne and trees giant wishes? Hello? We've already done all the scans and stuff. If there was intelligent life here, we would know. The fact that they constantly attack us at the same time is kind of already a sign that they might be slightly intelligent. Can we speed that up? You'd love for people to know how horrible capitalism is. At least a lot of forms. Yeah. No, fair. Agreed. Collectively know. Like, there are people who know. But we need to collectively know that it is wrong and horrible and... Oh, wait. perfect way to kill ourselves at some point. 27. Yes. Yeah, it's hard with this game to stick to that, but thank you, Yip. Oh, that's a direct win. Oh, that's annoying. Oh well. Let's do it like this. It's fine. Yeah, creativity is gonna make it to the first bit, but persuasion up. Okay. So now what? Now what? I feel like I want to see if we can find... I want to see if we can find him again. Dice stands at the mouth of his drainage sewer hideout, his arms crossed as he studies it from the outside. Do you think they got in this way? He asked quietly. There's a grate farther in. I haven't gone in there to check yet. Oh. We don't really have to give him anything anymore. No, we're good for now. Because we are full friendship with him. Okay, where can we find him? Mysterious man who appears when you need him the most. But I wanna talk with you. I wanna get to know you better, Sim. Do we have no, we don't have an H for him. Okay, let's see. Plains. Valley. I don't think there are any... All events have respawned. Ooh, maybe we want to go here then. Oh, Nomi is here. Hello? When you report for surveying duty, Nomi is here. It's their first day as surveyor. They smile widely when they see you, smiling exuberantly. Oh, you two know each other already? Utopia says, looking to you then, Nomi. Well, that'll make this easier. Hi, Mrs. P. Enjoy your lurk. Also, I'm gonna have a little look. Oh, he did well with that. Oh, that looks really cool. So, Easy Border, dear friend and mod, joined a build challenge today. And the theme was Ready Player One, which is, in Valheim, a hard one to do. He was like, I don't know what to make. And luckily already quite a couple of people have been building before him. And they had posted pictures of what they had built. And I was like, okay, so the most standard buildings that are in that movie, in that story, have already been done. But there is one game that they have to go into for one of the challenges in the movie that is not done yet. Quite easy to make cool. And it has a very clear blueprint to build. Like, it's very clear how that should look. Which is Pac-Man. So Easy just built a Pac-Man level in Valheim within 2 hours. He's currently touring it. I did not even know there was something like big blue balls, like glowing blue balls that he used as the exact, like, the points that you have to get into in Pac-Man. This looks really cool. It looks really cool. Sorry, I just had to say something about it. It looks really cool. If you want to know what I'm on about, go check out Easy Border. I'll give you a little linky. I'll give you a little link and a shout out for easy. Wait, why is it not working? Do this, please. There we go. Go check him out. Ooh, the treasure is nice. Fresh balls, yeah. Yeah, fresh blue balls even. And they're glowing. Anyways. That'll make it easier, Utopia says. Eleonora, I'd like you to keep an eye on Naomi while you're out there. Utopia continues. I'm going to assign you to the same regions for the next little while. Just make sure they don't wander into a nest of snap ladders, okay? Yay, hooray. Naomi cheers and gives you a high five. As Utopia explains to Nomi and some other new Helio surveyors about their surveying tools, Naomi starts to get bored and wanders a little ways from the group. You see it happening, but are powerless to stop them from tripping and nearly landing in a nest of hop-eye eggs. They're just about to crash into the delicate spun glass cocoon when Utopia materializes as if out of nowhere and scruffs them by the back of their collar. Nomi, pay attention. Nomi giggles like they don't even realize the danger of being stampeded by the upset hop-eyes, beginning to gather around. Utopia ushers them back to the group before things can get tramply. Nomi asks a million questions about the eggs. Are they edible? Do they have hard shells or soft? What is the cocoon made out of? How long until they hatch? Utopia sighs. Just get out of here, you two, she says, before the cute little varmints turn ugly. That was a missed chance there, lady. You could have taught her something. Asking questions is a good thing. Okay, let's collect what we can find. And go from there. There is more of the medicinal roots. Oh, and those. Sim! Oh, hell yes! You're following an animal path through the underbrush when a change in the ambient noise makes you stop in your tracks and listen. You get the feeling you're not alone. And by now you're getting used to the feeling of being watched. I know you're there, Sim. You're answered with silence, and you have the fleeting thought that if you're right, you'll probably sound pretty cool. And if you're not, and you're talking to yourself in the jungle like an idiot, at least no one's around to see you. A tall form steps out casually from behind a rock. Why, hello again, says Sim, smiling. He bows to you like a courtier. A gesture that looks perfectly elegant on him, but nonetheless carries a deep sense of still being alien. You take the chance to get a good look at him. He's like a human, but not. Not just genetically enhanced, he's a whole different species. An alien. A gardener, whatever that means. It's a lot to take in. You look... He puts a finger to his chin and an exaggerated expression of contemplation. Like a wide-eyed sugar bug. His hair slithers around the sides of his head, like he's trying to get a better look at you. You find your voice and croak. Why do you keep following me? Because, my sugar bug. Is he just giving us a nickname now? Oh my god. You're about to stumble into a nest of young snapladders. Thought you might need rescuing again. Sure enough, you realize you can hear them mewling up ahead. Even the nestlings can be deadly in numbers. And with that warning, I believe my job here is done, Sim purrs, and turns to leave. Wait! You call out to him, but he disappears into the forest, without a trace. Damn it, Sim! Get back here. We're not done yet. But apparently we are. Oh! Oh no, we are not yet. You spot Sim watching you silently from the trees. When he sees that you've noticed him, he steps into the path and walks towards you. completely silent. When you open your mouth to greet him, he simply places his finger against your lips. Shh, he murmurs. I am observing you. You really are a fascinating creature. Are all humans like you? Ooh. At least take a closer look at Sim. It is only fair that you observe Sim in the same manner that he often observes you, intently, and while hidden behind a tree. You pretend to leave, then double back and watch him from a short distance away. You hope you'll see what he does when you aren't around. Sim looks like a human. If an alien had to draw a human entirely from written description. Too tall, too long, his eyes too black, his whole posture too weirdly attentive. His hair is the most interesting part. So perfectly kept for someone who seems to live in the wilderness, and sometimes you swear it moves in ways hair shouldn't. Like the first time you saw a time-lapse video of a flower turning towards the sun. You watch in silence for nearly 10 minutes, but Sim does absolutely nothing. He tilts his head like he's listening to the wind. Then he leans over to stare at a random patch of grass for far too long. Eventually he turns to stare straight at the spot you're hiding. He purrs. Do you like what you see, Sugarbug? You know I do, Sim. Sim smiles coyly. Good, he replies. He tosses his long hair over his shoulder and extends his hands, bearing himself for your inspection. It's not a crime to be curious, he says. Why, I find myself very curious about you. You look your fill, now that he's offered. You find yourself constantly drawn back to his deep silver eyes, and the hypnotic motion of his hair. And within moments, you find yourself more relaxed. Sim's faint smile fills your vision, blanking out the rest of your senses. Do not be alarmed, he says. His voice sounds like it's coming from the bottom of a well. I have the ability to induce a mild sedative effect in organic creatures. I find it useful in reducing their cortisol levels so that I may tend to them more easily. If you find it soothing, I would be happy to use it on you. At your request, you have simply to ask. Are you for real? You can take my stress away. Hell yes. Okay, now we're gonna have to figure out what he likes. More. We just keep doing this until there's nothing we can do. Sim is lying in the grass, looking as if he's asleep, but for the way his head turns to you as you approach. I dreamed you'd come today, Eleonora, he says, not opening his eyes. Could you help me calm down? Oh, that's nice. Take an even closer look at Sim. This time, you'll catch Sim doing something weird and alien. You send a survey drone to follow him, and watch through your holopalm as he heads into the forest. He comes to a still pond and crouches by it, staring intently into the water. Then with a flick of his wrist, he snatches an eel from the depths and bites its head clean off. Hello? Sim? The fuck? Then he looks up at the drone and gives you a jaunty wave, as if he knew it was there all along. Oh, you cheeky little bastard. Wait, does Sim usually eat raw, living animals? Or was he just doing it because he knew you were trying to catch him doing something weird? I don't know. Who knows? Who can tell? I can't. Sim suddenly appears from behind a mush tree, which is like a magic trick because you could have sworn it was too narrow for even Sim to fit behind. Why, even is it the little sugar bug, he exclaims. What can I do for you? I want to try this. Could you help me calm down? Of course, Sim murmurs, stepping into your space. His cool hands alight on your cheeks, tilting your head to look in his eyes. And within moments, you feel the burdens of your day lift off of your shoulders, like a balloon floating away into the sky. Your consciousness reasserts itself some time later, and you find yourself held in Sim's long arms. You blink away the brain fog and pull yourself together, thanking him for the experience. Sim smiles. It was my pleasure, Eleonora. Stay safe out there. Ooh, so that relieves 5 stress. That is kind of cool. Thank you, Sim. Sim is holding a piece of discarded expeditions equipment in his hands. I found this just over there, he says, gesturing into the wilderness. I do not know if it was discarded or simply lost, but you should be more careful. You are guests on this planet. I have to agree. Okay, so what are we gonna... Ooh. Shall we try what that does to him, for him? Yes. Sim examines the device for a moment, and then hands it back to you. I think you had better hold on to this, Eleonora says. You may need it later. He likes the strange devices, but we can't give it to him? Or can we gift him something and then it just doesn't... Oh. Interesting. This likes nothing. Okay, we give him everything. Oh, that's good to know. And we already have 20 friendship with him. Cool. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. Right. That's there. Okay. Hey, Nomi. Oh boy. You hear Nomi shouting for help nearby. Run over there. You sprint to the sound of distress. Nomi seems to have fallen head first into some kind of Nomi-sized flower. Is it eating them? It's engulfed Nomi's upper torso, its petals pulsing as it pulls them down further. You could use your blast cutter to cut them out of there, if you can figure out what part of this creature to cut without hurting Nomi. Nomi is struggling and you hear muffled sounds of distress from inside. You have to try. Yup. Luckily, our animals thingy is full, so let's see. I need to get to 65, but we have a +2 because of this one. Okay. Well, that's a nice start, shall we? Wait. 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be 10 then. Okay, fine. Yes. That's good. Now we need to get to 15. There we go. Cool. That's what I wanted. Oh. Didn't matter. Didn't matter. You delicately slice the lyre flower at the underside of the base of its flower. Of the base of its flower, which you guess is the creature's neck. Up close, it actually looks more reptilian than plant-like. Just a little nick and the creature coughs and convulses. Nomi spills forth in a flood of digestive juices. Ew, 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 yuck, my outfit. Stupid flower. Nomi stomps and shakes their fist at the flower, which lurches away on a fat snake-like body. Well then. No thank you from you, Nomi? Cool. Hope you have a good day. Like, hello? Oh. That one. That one. That one. It's only D's around here, isn't it? Yeah. I want to find different animals. I'm not sure we can. Oh right, there's still a big thing to do here. But also ads are on their way. And I do need to take a little break. Oh, we can do this. At least partially. There's a deep, perfectly circular pond here, filled with clear crystalline water. Small, transparent creatures like jellyfish bob around in it, rippling with iridescence. Dice is with you and in a characteristically bad mood, despite the jaw-dropping beauty of your surroundings. He plops grumpily down on the bluff towards the water. Watch with him. You aren't watching for long when a tentacle reaches up and plucks one of the jellyfish from the swarm, dragging it down into the depths. Some massive xeno must live at the bottom of this pond. Fascinating. As you watch, it plucks two more, and it seems to prefer the larger, older ones. Maybe it's like a farmer tending to his flock, or just a very sneaky predator. You take some notes, particularly that you should think twice about swimming in any of these ponds. And then you can still go swimming. No. Take a nap? Let's do that. So relaxing. You take off your shoes and soak your feet in the water. You're dozing off until a tentacle grabs your ankle and pulls you into the pool. Hello? Not cool? You flail your arms, fighting the gentle pull of the tentacle. Dice watches from the shoreline. You think he's frozen in shock, but when you call for help, he only frowns in thought. Dice, help! Dice moves closer to the pool. Panic doesn't help, he mutters. Calm down. Just calm down. See? You stop flailing and the tentacle stops pulling. See, it's not pulling you under, Dice says. It's just checking you out. After a while, the tentacle releases you and disappears into the depths. Dice helps fish you out of the deceptively deep pool and helps wring out your clothes. Say nothing. Don't do that again, Dice says, sounding furious. Actually, if you drowned in there, it would have been my fault. Don't ever do that again. You realize he's upset because he cares about you. And in his way, and you mumble a thank you and grab a towel to dry off. Okay, that was strange. But okay. We're gonna go on a little break. There will be ads. You're not gonna miss anything because I won't be here. Go get yourself a drink, a snack, go to the bathroom. Get yourself more comfy for the next hour. And yeah, I'll be right back. Mute the stream if you don't want to hear the ads. See you in a bit. thank you for sticking around. Let's move on, shall we? We're gonna do an event or two. We could, but let's do one with an animal then. Let's do one with an animal. Like this one here. A bush bub's blocking the path, lumbering slowly back and forth between a dense strand of gloop mushes, or whatever those plants are called, and a wide circular lake. It's like it's on some kind of patrol. It growls a warning when you try to squeeze past it, so you back off. From the look in its eyes, this one isn't letting you through easy. Find a route through its territory? Let's try. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We're gonna win this. 2, 3, 4. Okay. That one. Yes. Perfect. With this, we're already there. If we do this, we are fine as well. I like that one. I like this one. +6 if the card next to you is a blue one. Damn. That's a good card. Thanks, Sim. That's a really good card. Not that we needed a perception, but sure. You sneak through the gloop mushes, crawling under them so the bush bub doesn't see you. You nearly get stuck at one point and wonder, what if Dice has to come rescue you? That would be embarrassing. You find a route through and continue on your way. Oh, that was it? Okay. That was barely anything. Well, fine. Oh, there's another animal, though. You're crossing a clearing when you hear a terrible crackling, pounding sound. A bush bub bursts through the tree line, barreling straight towards you. Whatever's making a bush bub run, you're pretty sure you don't want to be on the business end of it. We're still gonna bravely stand our ground. 'Cause we can. Just because we can. Sure. 1, 2. Okay, that's a nice one. And then cool. Bravery extra, I like that. The creature pounds past you, its powerful stone-like gorilla arms smashing the ground. It doesn't even seem to see you, and goes around you without even looking at you. You look around, but there's no sign of whatever motivated the bush bub to run so fast. At least that's something to be grateful about. True. True. How much do we still have? 5. There's nothing here anymore. Sim. Hello. He's so gorgeous. He's so gorgeous. Hey Smurf! Good evening, audience chat. Have heard the cool people come late to the party? Yes. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Dear Smurf, I hope you're doing well. I'm gonna click that one. Gone. There. So. You spot some familiar looking fruit. Hey, you've seen this bush before. There's no rock underneath. It's all part of one creature, an arborescent photosynth, a bush bulb. It pays you no attention, continuing to blend in with the rest of its surroundings like a boulder. You know what? Let's try to pick the fruit. You're not letting it get away with being delicious. You grab some of the fruit as the bush bulb rises up and roars with anger. Yup, you knew it wouldn't be happy. Normal difficulty, this will be easy. Calm it down. Oh, that was actually kind of stupid because we could have used the points for combat. Aw, man. Oh, I should have made a better decision there. That was stupid. Okay. Anyways, we can easily do this. Sure. And if it's here, does it matter? No, we'll be 21 anyways. Fine. Another 21. And let's see if we can. There. No reason for it because animals is full. You soothe the bush bulb and it seems to nod in your direction, indicating you can have some of its fruit if you want to. Only take a little. Why are there flies on my microphone? Get lost. You scramble up and pluck a few fruits from its back. It lumbers off into the forest. Wait, we are actually getting loyalty for this? You're too worn out and tired to continue. You have to go home now. That's fine. I knew that was gonna happen. Okay. Late dust done. We're going to early wet. Okay. Parents. Dice. Ooh, Dice has something to say. You spot Dice about to head out on expedition. He's carrying a full backpack with a second one at his feet full of surveying equipment. As you approach, you realize he's running a notebook. An actual notebook with paper and everything. Braced on his knee with one foot on his equipment. He looks up as you approach and closes his notebook, slipping it into the jacket pocket of his heart, over his heart. Oh, hey, Eleonora, he says, and tucks the pen behind his ear. Are you coming too? That's cool. Maybe we'll be posted near each other. You're doing okay. You got a $145 bill from the fire department for your water damaged coal. One has to pay if it wasn't a real emergency, but that's okay as long as the insurance stuff will go fine. Oh yeah, fingers crossed about that. Fingers crossed about that. That isn't. I understand that. That is like the fine that is on that. But I'm glad it got fixed, yeah. Yeah, and like you actually knew what was going on. Yep, your friend just left. Half the painting is done. Your house looks like the for real war zone. Oh wow. It will get better. Do you at least have some food now? Or are you in the process of fixing that? What were you writing? Just stuff, Dice says dismissively. I like writing on paper. It feels more real, you know? I do know. And it's more private than having everything in your holopalm where people could find it. You beg him for more details. But Dice huffs it through his nose, but he looks amused. Just stuff, he repeats. How I'm feeling, what the weather is like, what people are doing around the colony. I like observing people. You were journaling, I like that. Sometimes I pretend I'm an alien, he continues. And I'm studying how people act so I can blend in. Ooh, interesting. We'll see if it got fixed. It's still not clear, but you're positive. Smurf, literally, fingers crossed. I hope everything is fine now, and you won't have any more issues with it. Food is being made. Nice, yep. How was my week, and how are we doing with our story? Anything you missed in the last hour? I'm doing alright. Had a bit of a tricky day, but in the end I got most of the things that I needed to do done. I'll check in a second, yep. What did you miss? We went out to find Sim again. You remember Sim? The one we found last week at the very, very last bit. This lovely dude. We went to find him. We found him, and then we had a whole lot of interactions with him. We figured out that he likes strange devices. He dislikes nothing. There's no dislikes for him. He likes everything we bring him. He gave us a nickname, which is Sugarbug, which is, I think, very cute. Or Alien Crush. Yeah, our Alien Crush. Absolutely. We already got to 20 friendship with him in just a couple of interactions. And we figured out that when we interact with him, we have an option to ask him to calm us down. So he has a way to lower our cortisol levels. Somehow. He has a way to do that. So that's kind of cool. So that will give us 5 rested every time we try to do that. Which I think is sweet. So yeah. That's that. Still full hearts with Dice. We're making some friends with Rex and with Nomi, just little bits. And we are full on Anemone to see if we can keep her from going towards Face, because Face. He wants to mate and he wants to make our genes to mix to get along. Who knows? Who knows? Honestly, I would not be against. Although we're still 15. So not yet. And we're still not officially dating, Dice, but we are heavily flirting. Do you ever write about me, Dice? Dice goes red and ducks his head. Well, sure, he says. You're part of the colony, right? And you're my friend. So of course I write about you. You're about to ask to see, but you're interrupted by Utopia calling for all hands to board the expedition vehicles. Dice stoops to pick up the surveying equipment. And then he's gone without another word. Aww. He must not want you to know what he's writing about you. Curious. Curious indeed, Dice. 15 is a bit young. Yeah. Gosh. The cutie. There is no reason for us to be up on the walls. Because... oh wait, that's not even here. Because the walls is not giving me anything special now, I think. Relax on the walls. Yeah, they're forgetting a memory, but that's not what we're here for. Let me check here. What if we relax here? Then we get friendship with Rex and with Tammy. I want to check in what the relaxing at the park did again. There was something here. Upgrade pet cards via relaxing in the park. Would that be these cards? Like the Hopeye and the Fricky cards? I think so, because these are my pets. Well. I think we're gonna go with a bit of friendship. I think a bit of friendship is quite a good idea, actually. Let's go relax over here. Yep. You're relaxing after hours when Aunt Anne pops her head into the lounge. The kitchen, she announces in an artificially sweet voice, is looking for someone to help with part-time cooking duties. Someone young, someone responsible, someone organized. Someone, she stares pointedly at the teens in the room, who might have too much free time on their hands. Yeah, we can volunteer for that. Fine. She buzzes over to you. You'll be perfect, Eleonora, she says, hugging you. Then loudly to the others in the room, she declares, I'm glad somebody around here is responsible enough to put in the share of their work. Okay. Everyone else ignores her, shifting awkwardly. No one wants to disappoint their auntie. Aunt Anne gestures towards the nearby cafeteria and tells you to come by next week so she can show you the ropes. Oh yes, I want to get rid of this one because set this to the neighbor's values. Set neighbors to this value is very annoying. I do want to get the other one. Yes. We forget playing sports ball. That's an annoying card. Okay, next month. Let's go. We can do whatever we want again. Anyone want to talk? No. Let me think. We were working on persuasion. That's what we were doing. Study humanities. You hear a scuttling of metallic legs. What the heck? And a strange knee-high robot bursts into your engineering lab, going full tilt on its 6 spidery legs. It slams into a wall hard enough to knock itself down. It seems to be having trouble getting back up again and is flailing its metal legs around dangerously. Put it back out in the hole. Ouch! It accidentally slashes you with a leg while scrambling to find purchase. Stupid robot. Ho ho! Professor Hell laughs sheepishly, jogging towards you. This little bot got away from me again. It's always busting out of the robotics lab. Whoa. A robotics lab? Yeah, they put me in charge of the robotics lab on the new ship, Hell explains. Between you and me, I think they probably asked Instance first, but she was too busy. I'm not really sure what this one is yet, he continues, and snatches the bot up with sure hands. Its legs flail wildly. They have a taste for blood. If you get good enough at tinkering and want a job, come have a chat with me. Okay. Well, there we go. That's what we needed. Ooh. This is gonna be Dice's birthday month, so we're gonna go give him his present. Dice. My love, where are you? There you are. Everything dies, Dice says, plucking at some dead grass and blowing it away into the wind. Plants, people, civilization, even this planet's gonna die on a long enough timeline. He dusts his hands off and rests his chin on his knees. Why even bother fighting it? Why try to do anything at all? Ha! Good question, but also... Ha! He plucks at the roots for a bit, but then his shoulders slump. Did you give these to me because it's my birthday? He asks. I actually hate it when people make a big deal about my birthday. It's look, maybe you should just go do something nice for Tang. She actually likes the attention. Dude, no, you love that, and we're not gonna do this. Just take it. Get love done. Okay. Do we still have eggs? We don't. Now that is annoying. We're gonna go here. We only know that you like red casino eggs. Let's see. Maybe. Nem is looking over some official looking documents on her holopalm and dismisses them as she woke up. Hey, Eleonora, she says. Here, I got something for you. Let's go with this one. Ah, shite. I don't like rocks, Nem replies, taking the crystal in her hands. And I hate everything about this stupid planet. Go give it to Martz. I'm sorry. Whoopsie. Sorry, Anemone. Sorry. Okay, more persuasion. Do I really want to? Yeah. Professor Hell is a big fan of hands-on learning and doing things the way they used to be done before we had nanoprinters. So this month you're all supposed to learn how to make something from scratch. You decide to learn how to make candles. You don't have anything like beeswax or tallow, sounds gross anyway. And Hell says it's cheating if you nanoprint paraffin. So you spend the majority of the month boiling various berries and dead bugs, hoping to discover something that forms a waxy substance. It's smelly, gross work, and you soon develop an appreciation for the ingenuity of early humans. You were down for a bit long, but you're back. Oh, good, Robin. Hope all's fine. Welcome back. Okay. Cool. Let's go. Yeah. Check. We got a new perk on creativity. I'm not sure which one that is. And we're going into glow. You may have sorted everything out already for Movie Park. Nice. Nice. What is the perk? New cars to the depot, finally. Okay, so we're gonna check that out then. Wait, there are so many people outside now. What's happening? Cal stands in the middle of the garden, looking around at the blanketing dark and the eerie glow from nearby fungal forests. I never knew plants could be like this, he breathes. It's amazing. It's not that difficult when your dad is easy about hotels. Only thing he needs is breakfast and a bed. Okay, fair. Yep, you were distracted. Your friend knocked down the Lego thing. You tried to repair it. You were unsuccessful. You think you'll need to rebuild it from the start. On one side, that sucks. On the other side, oh no, you have to restart a build from the start. I mean, could be fun. At the very least, it can use a good cleaning. There's like half a centimeter layer of dust and other stuff on it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that needs to like be cleaned and rebuilt. Absolutely. Yeah. I wonder if he likes these flowers. Yes, neat, Cal exclaims, taking your gift and peering at it inquisitively. Don't know what I'll do with it, but I love it. Thank you. You're welcome. Hotel is not a must yet, since you can also just drive back after a day there. You could. Yeah. Friendship cancelled? No. It's the friend is doing renovations, as in painting right now. Smurf. So it just probably happened because it was under a cover or something like that and got knocked over. It happens. Take care of yourself, Eleonora, your mum says grimly. She's taking a break, hot black tea in hand, looking warily out towards the walls. I don't want you too far from the colony if we're attacked again this year. She turns to you. Don't be a hero, Eleonora. Your kids need to stay safe. You know what? Fair, Mum. You spot your dad standing rock still, his eyes closed and head tilted to listen. Hey, Gooseberry, he says, recognizing you just from the sound of your footsteps. Have you ever paid attention to the planet during glow? It feels different. He blinks his eyes open. It's like a hum, he continues. Maybe from the plants? Heck, maybe the wormhole? Ooh, we're gonna help him with the animals. Yeah, they removed the covering and it hooked onto the plastic cover while it was being pulled off and fell into the ground. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's just an accident. It happens. Sad, but hey, now you need to rebuild something. Your dad is helping two bristle slugs who've gotten tangled on each other while, well, maybe they were wrestling. Your dad doesn't want to go into the details. He hefts up the larger one and you carefully pull apart their bristling spikes, being careful not to get jabbed yourself. 10 minutes later, they're back at it again. Your dad shrugs. The heart wants what it wants, I guess. They were mating, Dad. Why did you let me pull them apart? They were mating. Lego cleaning, building stream incoming. Do it. Finally, an acceptable season, Tang says, looking relaxed for the first time all year. Not too bright, not too warm. If only it was like this all year long. Sure, girl. Whatever. Anyone here? Anything here? That was the story of the friend. But no, that's all good. It's all good. You and Nam watch a unit of Helio soldiers jog by, with Vase in the lead. Did you see that guy? She says when they're out of earshot. He's kind of hot, right? Please no. Maybe you like this then? Animal looks at the offering. Thanks. Okay, you're not necessarily happy with it, but fine. Rex is not here. Mars is not here. There's nothing here. We actually need to shower, so lurk. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your shower, dear Robin. Oh, we can't get that one right now. Oh, we can? Oh, that's interesting. Shouldn't work that way, I think. But okay. Dice, honey. Dice looks up at the dark sky, illuminated by the fungal glow coming from the forest. Do you think it's going to make a difference? He asks. I'm not looking at you. The soldiers, the walls, the explosives. They're going to keep coming harder and harder until we're dead. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. They are. Okay. Study humanities. More persuasion, please. How much more do we need? Christ, quite a bit. 24. You're headed off on lunch break when you see Mart and Tang sitting together in the engineering break room. Tang is eating a sandwich while also scrolling her holopalm with it. And Mars is half collapsed on the table, barely holding her head up on her hand as she pouts at Tang. Come on, she whines. You said we're gonna hang out after lunch. Aren't you done eating yet? Tang takes a slow, deliberate bite of her sandwich and chews while making eye contact with Mars. It goes from funny to awkward to hilarious as Mars's face folds and she puts her head on the table and groans. Proper mastication is important for digestive health, Tang answers primly, a smile curling at the corner of her mouth. You can masticate in private, Mart mutters. What are you reading, and how is it more important than me, your best and only friend on the planet? Just something for work, Tang answers. It's really interesting. Didn't know Dr. Inces was so well published, even though she was only 25 when the Strata left Earth. She was practically a prodigy, like me. She looks at her holoscreen again. It's absolutely fascinating. We're so lucky to have such an accomplished researcher here on Vertumna. Yeah, I do want that one. You take a seat at the table and sneak a look at Tang's screen. You catch a few words. Recombinism, tissue tropism, RNA, protein sheets, intrinsic immunity, maybe something to do with viruses? From the pictures, possibly also fungi? Without further examination, it's hard to tell. Tang notices you looking and shuts off her holopalm, shooting you a cool look. Wait, I want to learn about mycophages. Tang looks startled, but pleased. She turns her holopalm back on. Oh, we helped her. Shite, we should not have done that. Fuck. She turns her holopalm back on and tilts it so you can read along. It's dense, but interesting. And definitely about viruses that affect fungi. Didn't know you were interested in Ince's older work as well, Eleonora, Tang says. Perhaps we could work together to parse the next section. Particularly challenging. OMG, nerds. Mars laughs. Look at you take agads. Better you than me. Tang graces you with a small, thankful smile. You've been eating for like half an hour, Tang. Come on. Mart says, pulling her hands down her face. Please, can we go do something fun before some rampaging Xeno eats us? We're both too pretty to die of boredom. Tang smiles. You think I'm pretty, Mart? She asks, seeming genuinely curious. Mart sets her hand on top of Tang's. The prettiest. She swears. Her other hand over her heart. Yeah. Even prettier than me. Well, I mean, I win in the looks department, but I think smart women get, like, extra points. Tang says, putting her hand on top of Mart's hand, and leaning in to fix Mart with an unusually flirtatious expression. Yes. Do tell me all about my great beauty, she deadpans. It's all I live for. Mart laughs and tosses her hair over her shoulder, and you tune him out in favor of eating your lunch before you're expected back into engineering. Christ. I need to stay away from Tang. Really need to stay away from Tang. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna be the background sound for Dogo, otherwise he may howl because he loses you. Aww. Sure, no worries. You're relaxing in your quarters with your dad when you hear the colony siren. The enemy is here. Or not stay away from her so you can change your mind. I don't think I can, because every time I try to like get into the conversation, I help her instantly. So I don't think there's a way to change her mind. I just should not help her. You're relaxing in your quarters where you have that when you hear the colony siren. The enemy's here. Your dad looks up from his novel. Seems early this year. We should head to the shelter in the lounge. Background sound helps a lot for him, surprisingly. I'm happy to hear that, Robin. That's nice. You've been drilling on new evacuation procedures for the past month. There's no need to be a hero now that there are so many new soldiers from the Nihilio. It's probably best if you just follow instructions and head to the lounge with your dad. Nope. Gain status. You muster with the rest of the defense forces at the gate. Red and Lum are arguing what tactics to employ. Lum keeps trying to rally the soldiers with a heartening speech about giving it everything they've got. All the drones, all the explosive, and Red keeps cutting in. We don't need to take any big risk, Red insists. It's a smaller attack and we have more than enough pulse rifles and turrets. We should save our other resources from when we do need them. Why do things halfway? Lum exclaims. We need to get in there and kick their asses back to the goo they came from. We need to show people that we have everything under control for morale. Red tries one more time to wrest control of the forces back from Lum, but Lum cuts him off. Fire the explosive rounds, he orders. Arm the charges. You asshole. I hate him. Lum is a moron. Yeah, he is. Red is right. Red is absolutely right. Shells scream through the permanent night, followed by explosions you feel vibrate up through your boots. The Helios are unfazed, but you and the other Strato guards exchange nervous looks. You hear yelling, then another boom as a secondary explosive detonates. The baying of bloodthirsty animals reaches your ears, then... Lum holds his finger to his ear speak. Great work! Just the stragglers incoming. Open the gates. He has no clue. Clueless. Luckily, we got a thought of the thumper. That was lucky. I mean, why not? Just overkill, but fine. Yeah, there we go. I want the extra combat. Give me the extra combat. What does that perk give me? Oh, we already had that one. Did we already have that one? No, now we have extra cards. Cool. You face off against a lesser Xeno. Some kind of finned, semi-aquatic thing already half dead and limping doggedly through the gates. It's almost comical how easy it is to stun and kill it. By the time you're done, the other soldiers have dispatched the rest of the creatures. Smoke drifts in from the battlefield from the explosions, an acrid scent of triumph. Goal 7, surprising you made that, After the attack, Lum gathers everyone in a lounge and holds a big celebration for the soldiers. There's feasting and drinking and songs of valor, and as the party goes on long into the night, some drift away in pairs, or more. Martz and Rex keep the dancing going. Even Nem seems to relax, especially when the other cadets invite her to drink with them. Cal and Tammy sit together and talk all night, giggling about something and going quiet when anyone comes near. Tonight, everyone seems convinced that this victory means the colony will be safe forever. Maybe it will be. Sure want to believe it too. It won't be though. Okay. 16. Okay, we got... To a sim. Half with each of these. Plus 40 stress. Plus 15 rebellion. 11 food, 6 defenses. Whole bunch of cards. Start age 16. New perk, new cards, yes. We have a whole bunch of kudos. Oh, I like that we have an exact number right now. We are gonna have a little look at the depot to check that out. Supply depot. Ooh, okay. Plus 50 combat. Oh, that's a... Holy cow, that one is expensive. Draw an extra card. Extra bravery. Plus 10 to all yellow skills. Plus 20 persuasion. Ooh, I like that actually. I would like more persuasion. Yes, please. Yes. Buy. Then I'm gonna say done for now. We're gonna have we might go back in there. Okay, right now we have this one in the combat. Okay. +2 bonus on straight. Oh. Only on the talkative traits though. Ah. Because this gives me bonus on all straights. An extra skill on challenge wins. The extra skill on challenge wins is really nice. I do not remember anymore which one brings me another unlock. But I want to put the persuasion in because we have combat at least the first one now at 33. Yeah. Let's see how this works. We're not gonna get anything new yet. We can always come back. All right. Let's talk to Nem. Where is Nem? Here's Nem. Nem is leading on the fence that goes around the outdoor training yard, watching the soldiers train. Specifically, she's watching Vase. You elbow her in the side and she jolts and laughs awkwardly. What's up, Eleonora? Oh, I need to get her up to... maybe she likes this one? Who knows? Thanks. Okay, it's something. We need 3 more with her before we can get another talking moment with her. And we're gonna try and go on that quickly. Gonna find Sim. Ooh, Dice wants to talk. Dice is relaxing in the back of one of the expedition vehicles, absorbed in a holonovel. You clear your throat, and he jumps and gives you an awkward but genuine smile. Hey, Eleonora, he says, pulling his legs out of the way so you can climb in beside him. It's getting harder to find place to be alone here, don't you think? Killed to be out exploring, but Utopia insisted we have a rest day. He rolls his eyes. Dice closes his holonovel on his eyes. It's just so crowded here, he complains. And it's boring. I'd rather be out there with Sim, learning about this planet, Dice continues, looking wistful. He folds his hands over his heart. He's so interesting. I could talk to him forever, you know, like we really connect. Have you gotten much out of him? Yeah, Dice exclaims, sitting up straighter. Well, I mean, sort of. He still says there's stuff I'm not supposed to know yet, but I figured out a lot on my own. The biggest thing is that the planet is basically all connected, like a fungal network that's so old and complex that it's practically like a computer, he says, talking fast and excited. And not just the mushrooms, the trees, the animals, even the rocks in the water. Dice smiles. He didn't want me to know that one, he confides in you, but I guessed it. Remember how your dad got sick every year from the pollen? And it was actual fungal spores? Well, I just started thinking from there, and yeah, it's like every year the planet refreshes its communication network with fresh spores. It's so cool. I knew that one. Really? Dice says. Well, how about the fact that Sim is really old? Like, really, really old, Dice continues. Like, probably thousands of years old? Sometimes he talks about stuff from ancient history like he was really there. Because he totally was. Dice laughs a little. But he still acts like a kid sometimes, you know? Like, he loves Holovitz and candy and playing tricks. I had no idea. We didn't. That's kind of funny. Oh, and I've seen other gardeners, Dice says quietly. They don't look like Sim at all. They look, well, they look scary. Whoa, no way. Okay, one more, Dice says, his face going pink. The gardeners don't have clothes. Sim was naked when I met him. I had to bring him clothes from the colony. Wait, you got him those clothes? Good choices, Dice. Good choices. We're not gonna call out the blushing. Whoa. What about you? Dice asks. What has he told you? Well, Dice is listening intently. Sim's hair seems alive. Dice rolls his eyes. Well, duh. Anyone who sees him knows that, he says. It, like, moves, right? I thought I was imagining it, but it's kind of like how plants move to face the sunlight. That's all I know. I wish we could tell people about Sim, Dice says. I feel like if people knew him like we do, they'd realize that what we're doing here is wrong. But I'm scared that if I tell someone, Sim will never talk to me again. He says we're not ready. We can't tell anyone what we know. I know, Dice mumbles, sighing as he thunks his head against the window of the cab. I don't want to mess up whatever plan they have. I just want to help, though, you know? You know what? Yeah, I know. Dice nods and turns away, done with this conversation. We're not gonna... Yeah, no, I agree with him. We want to help. Okay. Where shall we go? Engineering? Biology? I'd say biology. Yeah, let's do biology. Because we're close to, like, getting that full. Ooh, and this place gives me eggs, and we need those. Almost forgot about that. Yes, please. Give me the eggs. And the flowers. That's all good. Can I go there? No. And we're gonna see if we can find Sim again, eh? There he is. There he is. Okay, we're gonna keep that for last. We're cheeky like that. I'm cheeky like that. Ooh, the flower. Also, there will be ads, not... Since when am I cheeky? Whenever I can. Like the rest of the planet, the valley is home to some strange plant and animal life. You find Utopia puzzling over a jelly arch. A huge gelatinous arch held together by solid veins, large enough for a person to walk underneath. They don't look like animals, but you've been around long enough to realize that things aren't always what they seem. Upon closer inspection, the arches seem to pulse and breathe, even though they have no visible organs, and they're always kind of warm. It's unsettling. Now I know this one ain't right, Utopia mutters to herself as you approach. Eleonora, you ever seen a jelly arch look so deflated? And you take a look and it's true. This arch just doesn't seem as structurally sound as the others. I'm beginning to think they're all connected, Utopia says, scratching her chin. Like runners underground, poking up every so often in waves like this. If one's looking rough, what's gonna happen to the rest? She sticks her hand in the goop and the arch seems to cringe away as she roots around in its innards. It's got some kind of crystal structure in here, suspended in it, she says, sticking her tongue between her teeth. Wonder if it's got its nose knocked out of joint, or whatever it's got instead of a nose. The jelly arch makes a sloshing, groaning noise, its surface rippling with pain? Can it even feel pain? Or is it just a reaction to being churned up inside? Yeah, get her to stop. Utopia pulls her arm from the jelly arch with a puzzled look. Yeah, I guess I should be more careful, she says. Good looking out, Eleonora. Girl, seriously? What the hell was that? Don't just stick your arms into a jelly archway. Manticore. I think we're gonna do the Manticore now, and then after the break we're gonna go towards Sim. Manticore. Why not? That's what you do with more sensitive body parts. Sure. Do your thing. You come across a terrible scene. A manticore has cornered a little Hopeye and is playing with it, batting it around and catching it over and over. The Hopeye is screeching in terror. It's a horrible thing to watch. Oh, we are definitely gonna try and break up the fight. $65. We can do that. Cool. Cool. Hey, Easy. How was the rest of your stream? How did your... I had a little look while you were touring your build. It looked amazing. Did you have fun? 3 words. Amazing. Yeah. And it was a maze, so that's also a nice little thing there. That too. Exactly. Yeah, we also have blue balls in here, sort of. Don't even question it. Don't even question it. And you managed to make all rounded corners. Let's go. Well done. It looks so cool. And honestly, just between you and me and the other people in here, you'll not question it. Well, it was because of the blue glowing balls in your maze. That's why. Yeah. But just between us here, from everything that I saw on the builds before you, I did not see the one before you, like directly before you, only the start of that. So I do not know how that turned out. But compared to the others, you did really, really well. I was not impressed by the rest, to be fair. Yours I was impressed with. Absolutely. So yeah, well done. I hope you had a great time with it, and who knows, maybe one day I join one of those as well. Who knows? You quietly climb up into a tree. Manticores can't climb trees. You're pretty sure you remember hearing that. You'll try to scare the attacker away by hooting and throwing rocks. You put on your scary face and try to frighten it away. The manticore is so annoyed by you throwing rocks and making a ruckus that it turns its attention to you. It roars in anger. Shivers of fear run up your spine. That's definitely a better scary face than yours. The Hopeye, who had been playing that, suddenly leaps to its feet and bounds off into the jungle. Well, at least we saved that one. The manticore is now very angry with you. It rears up and digs its claws into your tree. You hold on for dear life as the tree shakes. It roars and rustles its mane at you, pacing back and forth under the tree. Then it sniffs around where your Hopeye had been, grunts one last time in frustration, and wanders off into the jungle. You stay in that tree for another full hour before you dare to come down. Scary, but you saved that little Hopeye's life. Keep exploring. Yep, we did that. I'm gonna get out of the way of the yeah, like this, so that there is no sound of the thingies. You did so much. Who knows? You rated out to someone who was only 2 hours in the game total. Oh my goodness. Oof. I wish them luck. Shade thrown. I did throw shade there, I have to say. Yes. We're gonna head off into a break because in 30 seconds there will be ads. I will be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. Get yourself a drink, a snack, go to the bathroom, stretch, do the thingies, and I'll be back right soon. Soon. Yes, go get some coffee. Yep. Sometimes shit is nice, exactly. See you in a bit, guys. Welcome back. And an extra welcome back for Robin. Hope you enjoyed your shower. Okay, let's find Sim. Let's find Sim. And connect. No, this is the wrong way, I think. Yeah, we need to go this way. Someone was sleeping when you got back into the room. Aw, little doggo. Little doggo. Well done, doggo. You can assume I looked properly over him. Hope he behaved. As far as I know, he did. Nothing weird. Okay, let's talk with this lovely alien. Hey, why are we not getting him in our view now? You're walking up a trail when you're caught by surprise. It's Sim. And he's running? You're knocked to the side as he pushes past you, running in the opposite direction with barely a glance. You shout and chase after him, but after a few seconds, it becomes clear you don't have a hope of finding Sim when he doesn't want to be found. You turn and continue along your path, and around the next bend, you spot a familiar face. Easy, you got 2 favorite hex color codes now? Oh? Oh? What happened? Utopia. She's collecting rock samples with a pickaxe, like an old-timey prospector. Who the hell was that? She demands. Who? I didn't see anyone. Utopia squints at you. Oh. Okay, which color is that? I do need to check that out. Give me a second. Ooh, oh, that's pretty. Yeah, it's a really light minty green. That's a pretty color. I like. It has nothing to do with the word it kind of spells, but that's kind of cool. Just to say that the color is coffee. Yeah, exactly. Love it. Love it. Great choice. Peak nerd humor. Hey, that's all good. It's all welcome here. You know that. Utopia squints at you. The man who just ran past, the tall guy dressed in black, how did you not see him? She hikes her pickaxe off of her shoulder. Whatever, just watch where you're running, okay? The gravel's loose around here. And maybe check in with Doc Instance. Get your eyes looked at. She does not know about my augmentation of perception of Eagle Eye because... oh, hell did we see that. You agree, happy to be out of this conversation without any trouble, and continue on along the path before Utopia asks any more questions. You walk for a couple minutes before you see Sim again. Ha, nerd. The ha pronounced with short ah, aka the Dutch way. Haha. He seems to be in good humor, despite the close call. Oh, he says, leaning against a tree. It is tiresome to be so secretive. He wipes his eyes, brimming with mirth. It is such a pleasure to be around you and Dice, and to not have to hide myself. He sobers quickly. I do appreciate your discretion, he says. It's not the right time for the gardeners to be formally introduced. To do so too early would cause a great degree of chaos. Yes, even the female surveyor, he continues. I do like her, but I have learned from my limited experience with your kind that adults of your species do not react well to surprises. Correct. It is good you're here, though, Sim continues, as I do need something from you. Data. What? Sim holds up his hands. Please do not be alarmed, he says placatingly. I do not mean sensitive information such as personnel and defenses. I mean only the contents of your digital cultural archive. Like holovets? Sim smiles. Yes, exactly. Your holographic recordings of movies, music, books, cultural artifacts only. I promise. He doesn't want to hide. Why wear clothing? Well, yep, you might have missed that, but apparently when Dice met Sim for the first time, Sim was naked. Dice brought him the clothing, which, looking at it now, this is Dice. This is Dice. Looking at Sim and his clothing, it makes sense that Dice chose this. It makes sense that Dice chose this. I'd imagine that Dice would wear something like this if he'd grow older. That he would go this way with his fashion. Bob is still technically hiding himself. Yeah. He just said that there was like it's not the right time yet. It is. Robin, how can you see Sim and not feel spicy? I mean, come on. Or is this just me? Am I the only one who has the hots for the alien? Because sure, do your thing, but I think he's cute. Who says you don't feel spicy all the time? Okay, you got me there. Fair. Fine. True. Well, Sim says, isn't it obvious? I wish to know more about your kind. I wish to learn how to... He struggles for the right phrasing. I wish to learn how to act in such a way that is not so discomforting to humans. Fair enough. He likes to learn our ways so that he can infiltrate us. I'll help. We're rebels anyway. Like 90 rebellion out of 100. I mean, he seems a bit male presenting to you, and sadly that's not the biggest turn on for you. Okay, fair. I understand. Sim's gentle smile grows warmer. Truly, he asks, clasping his hands. Oh, I thought it would take a great deal more convincing. You are surprising. Such a pleasure. Well, thank you, Sim. I would love to help him infiltrate. Yeah. I would. You tell Sim that you can likely find a mem drive in engineering and fill it with the data he wants. But you have a few questions of your own. Oh, but the request payment of another kind is also interesting. Double meanings there? Oh yeah, I know. First, more questions. That's fair, Sim says. Must be frustrating to feel as though the truth is being withheld from you. Ignorance is not a joke. Your kind bears easily. Correct. Please, trust me when I say that my inability to answer your questions is born of circumstances beyond my control, and not a lack of desire on my part, he continues. I have full faith that you will know everything soon enough. We should have gone for the flirting. Damn it. Did you bring what I asked? Sim is standing in the shadows, wrapped up in his clothes like he's trying to blend into the jungle. He looks like a vid actor, pretending to be shifty. Do you guess he's asking about the data I asked you to smuggle out of engineering? Not yet. Let's see what he does with... Ooh, maybe the bobber fruit? Or this one. Sim examines the crystal for a moment and then hands it back to you. Think you had better hold on to this, Eleanor, he says. You may need it later. He likes him though. Did that give me extra friendship? Whoa, friendship with Sim goes fast. Hello? How are we at 40 already? That's insanity. I mean, I'm not gonna complain, but that goes fast. I did not expect that. Good though. Happy with that. Okay, cool. I think we're get it done here. Although, let's just do one. A herd of float cow are grazing nearby. You watch them peacefully bob along, occasionally releasing streams of urine or clouds of helium to maintain a steady height. We're gonna try to capture one. Yes. +5 to physical repair. Well. Wait, what? Oh, that's just what happens. Okay, cool. Oh, 83? Wait, we need to be a bit more. +1 to skill reward at the end of challenge only if you win. So we want to keep that here right now. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna throw another one in there. And then the 4. Let's do it like this for now. Yes. Oh. Yeah. Ooh. That way we're never gonna get there. Okay, we're gonna figure it out. Okay, so that one. Ooh. Okay. Damn. We can get 10 extra this way. We don't even need that much. We need to add. Okay, fine. There. And that gives us way more, but that's fine. You don't know how much you have when you play, but it is playable and looks smooth. You have a 6-euro stream. Yeah, fair. Okay, cool. Eventually, you pick out one young female that looks underfed and moves more slowly than the others. She seems like an outcast. The others won't let her eat, and they keep chasing and harassing her. She should be easier to catch, and as malnutritioned as she is, maybe easier to tame. Nice. You get a lasso around her and hold her down while she whinnies in terror and releases her piss ballast to try to get away. You're in the blast radius, but you hold firm. You're able to bob her along behind you, all the way back to the depot. Well, howdy, Utopia says when you bring the float cow in. What do we have here? Why, you're a real cowgirl, Eleonora. I'm a mite jealous. She inspects the tired float cow. She looks a little under the weather, Utopia proclaims. Here's hoping we can nurse her back to health back on the ranch. I'll take her back myself. You can come see her anytime in geoponics. Yay! Anything else with Sim possible? Nope. Well, you know, could you help me calm down? Of course, Sim murmurs, stepping into your space. His cool hands alight on your cheeks, tilting your head to look in his eyes. Within moments, you feel the burdens of your day lift off of your shoulders. like a balloon floating away into the sky. Your consciousness reasserts itself sometime later, and you find yourself held in Sim's long arms. You blink away the brain fog and pull yourself together, thanking him for the experience. Sim smiles. It was my pleasure, Eleanora. Stay safe out there. Bye, Sim. Bye-bye. Maybe we could also... it would also end a month if we're going. Let's just keep two more question marks. You decide to take a shortcut through the jungle to a path you were sure was just up ahead, and now you're lost. Everything looks the same here. The plants are too high to see any landmarks, and you swear some of them move around when you aren't looking. You try to check your positioning with your holopalm. Is it you, or is almost everyone you follow going live tonight? I have no idea. Maybe. I don't know. You choose where you want to be, Robin. It's all good. You try to check your positioning with your holopalm, but the damn thing isn't working and won't connect to long-range communications either. Typical. Utopia did warn that your comms were flaky out here. You're in more streams at the same time. Yeah, I understand. You think you can tell north from the position of the two suns, but that's it. Orienteer a way out of here. You climb a tree and chart a path through the wilderness from above. With that information in your holopalm, navigating to the nearest landmark is a breeze. We lucky. And this one. You come across a cluster of mushrooms. Are they edible? There's only one way to find out. Well, there are a few ways, but you're not a coward. We're gonna identify them. You don't know if you follow me, but I'm not planning to go live tonight. Smooth is good, right? Max 3, since that's the max that is counted to the viewers and points. Yes, I understand, Robin. That one. That one. That one. Yeah. Ooh. So we can make 20 here. Yeah, we can. You're currently watching me and Zen. Nice. Ooh, I like that we are that high on biology. You're able to determine that these mushrooms are edible. You fill your basket with big chunks of tasty fungus. Utopia is pleased with your haul. Great work. Yay, nice. We should go home, yeah. Oh wait, we have another one? You're watching Joy, Jess, and me. I am also watching Joy. I don't think I know Jess. Something about the ground here draws your attention. It's oddly lumpy. What's up with that? Scope it out. Oh, instant physical challenge. This card becomes physical red. Ooh. Unchangeable. Okay, 18. Then it's a 1. Ooh, that's low. And it becomes nothing. Oh, this sucks. Americans are usually your go-to-sleep spot at night. Aha. Oh, this is gonna suck. We're gonna figure it out, though. We're gonna figure it out. It's all good. All good. We're winning. How are we winning? Interesting. Very interesting. But there we go. Whoa. It's a potato minefield. Underground, the recent rain has swelled the young melons to bursting. You better watch where you step or you'll end up knee-deep in potato juice. The good news is, they're tasty. Forage one. They're so dang heavy. The calorie to weight ratio isn't optimal. Most are too young, but you find a ripe one, dig it up, and roll it back to the depot. Yes, that's what we wanted to do. Oh, biology is so close to getting the last bit. Last perk. The suns rise again after glow, heralding a new year. It's your 16th birthday. You wake in your new quarters, blinking into the watery sunlight. Dust motes float through the air, and you take a moment to enjoy the perfection of your bed, while you listen to the sounds of the colony waking up outside. So much has happened in 1 year. Just a few short months ago, you thought your life was over. Now it's better than ever. There's plenty of food, and the colony is safe. Do you even have your own bedroom? You're considering snoozing until your parents wake up when your reverie is interrupted by someone sitting on your balcony. It's Dice. He's on your balcony? He's starting to act more like Sim every day. Yes, and I like it. You're finally awake, Dice says, slipping off your railing. I thought you were going to sleep away your whole birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. You're so sweet. Thank you. You watch the sunrise in companionable silence. You look down from the balcony and see Tammy and Cal walking hand in hand across the colony square. When they get to the lounge, they embrace. Wait, are they kissing? No way. Well, it was only a matter of time, honestly. It was. Your parents wake up shortly after that and you order up your traditional birthday breakfast feast. Your dad gives you a big squeezy hug and tells you he's proud of you. We still have both our parents. I'm so happy with that. Okay. Next month. Let's go. Let's see where Dice is. Hey, cutie. It sucks here. Fair. Here, have a little... There. Yay for parents. In this case, yes. Yeah, knowing what happened to them in the previous playthrough, I'm happy we still have them here. Let's have a little chat with Rex. Rex looks around the colony, scratching idly behind his ears. When he sees you, he smiles so wide his tongue rolls out of his mouth. Hey, Eleonora, what you got going on? Got your present? There you go. Nothing a dog like more than a stick, right? Exactly. Hope you enjoyed that. Also, you're standing around gossiping with Rex when he suddenly goes quiet. You turn to see a group of teenage soldiers from the Helios staring back at you from across the courtyard, scowling in derision. Don't pay attention to them, Rex mutters, turning back to you. If they know they can get under your skin, they'll never leave you alone. Trust me, it's better to just smile. Hugs incoming. Yes. He's cute. They can be annoying as fuck, but they can give money, so you tolerate them. Wow. You did not just say that. Wow. Nan breaks off from her squad and greets you with a nod of her head. What's up, Eleonora? Wait, why is it too soon? I want to give her another gift. Damn it. Okay. We need to go here anyways. Ooh, download data for Sim. Let's go. Sim asks you for data on human culture. Television shows, music, books, things like that. You have unlimited access to Congruence's media archive through your holopalm, but for Sim it will be a little more complicated. You'll need to find a physical storage unit with enough memory to contain a chunk of the holo archives. Are we gonna ask Professor Hell or are we gonna steal? You just said it, but you told me you know me well enough. I do. We're gonna do this. Physical storage media. We don't use many of those, do we? He chuckles. Most everything's networked. He's happy to help though, and tells you to come with him to his workshop where he repairs robots. He starts rummaging around in a desk, then another desk, then a footlocker and a cabinet. He sticks his tongue through his teeth while he wiggles his arm all the way to the back of a set of drawers. What do you need it for anyway? Your holopalm on the fritz? I can take a look at it for you. Oh no, we're gonna lie. We're not gonna tell him the truth. You tell him you're going to back up some special photos and vids on it, just in case the holonet goes down. Hal looks guiltily at Gungren's monitor, which is currently dark. Yeah, I don't like to think about it, but the old girl's gonna break down eventually, he says, quietly, like she can hear. Not for a long while yet. Probably not until you've got grandbabies, but when she goes, no one's going to know how to fix her. Even I couldn't. Not ready to say goodbye yet, he continues, not by a long shot. Which is why I keep the robots going too, even the ones that were antiques when we left Earth. He hands you a tiny cylinder in the size of your pinky finger. Well, here it is. You can plug it in here and copy whatever you need from the holonet onto it. I'll leave you to it. You start by carefully copying your very favorite vids and games, then realize there's a shit ton more room on this tiny device. You sweep in several thousand more vids, as well as the entire contents of the school's learningpedia. That should be enough for, well, a lifetime. You pull out the unit and admire it. It has a tiny holoprojector at one end with a gesture sensor, just like your holopalm. Let's go find Sim. Let's go find Sim. Because apparently that did not cost us a month. That was just chat interaction. Please let me find... Would it be in the same place again? That would be annoying. Let's see if we can find him elsewhere. Spying for the enemy? Yes. Yes. Let's hope we can find him here. Oh, hi, Dice. You're about to set off on your gliders when Dice stops you. Actually, he says, looking around furtively, I want to show you a place I found when I was scouting. You look up from your holomap. It's not on any map yet, he says. It's special. I want to show you because I think you're the only person in the colony who will understand what it means. I like that you trust me this much, Dice. You and Dice set off, hoping for a few hours before the trackers in your holopalms ping Utopia that you're not where you're said you'd be. After a short trek off map, Dice takes you to a round door set into the side of a cliff. The door is glossy black and made of something that's part bone and part stone, like the rest of the Convergent Domain architecture you've seen. Unlike the ruins, this place looks, well, not new, but definitely well maintained. Dice touches his fingers to the center of the door and it dilates like an iris. Previously unseen seams folding in on themselves with a noise like rocks grinding together. Inside is a lumpy smooth tunnel that reminds you unpleasantly of intestines. It looks like you could barely fit in there on hands and knees. An unexpectedly cool wind ruffles your hair. Dive on in there. You both crawl and inch your way through the tunnel to where the cave opens up. We've been here. About 10 or 15 meters in, you stand in a cave that looks part organic and part intentional. A curious mixture of almost organic looking stone growths, crystals and glowing mushrooms in a riot of iridescent oil slick colors, some of which look like they could be controls for an ancient bioweapon. Your view deeper into the cave is obscured by layer cake stalagmite pillars. Everything is dark, but for the eerie glow, you're using your holopalms as flashlights. But it's air conditioned. Cool, fresh air is blowing from vents in the floor. I haven't figured out what this place is for yet, Dice says, touching a mushroom with his fingertip. It puffs out a cloud of glowing spores and he sneezes. You spread out to see if you can decipher this place. Like, what the heck is that writing on the wall? There's a huge faceted crystal plate embedded in the wall, engraved with deep glyphs, conversion domain writing, you guess, and some kind of map? There are lines between the symbols. You trace your hand over it but can't make any sense of it. Well, what in the world is that console looking thing? It's a screen. It's all dark. If it's a screen, it's all dark. Like when congruence isn't active. Unlike congruence's colorful, decorated chassis, this has a decidedly alien tech feel. You fiddle around, touching things at random. Don't do that, hisses Dice. But nothing happens. And about that glowing thingy on the ground? You pick up another strangely warm, glowing whatever it is. What if I did this? Dice makes a shock noise as the reality of the cave melts away, and you find yourself back in the depot. No, not back. Not entirely. You can still feel the cool, moist breath of the cave on your cheeks. Can still smell the funk of the mushrooms. But everything else is exactly as you'd expect. As real as if you could reach out and touch it. You feel embodied? Like you can feel the pressure of your feet. 4 feet on the ground. Utopia walks through Dice, rematerializing on the other side to talk to one of the other surveyors. Dice passes his hand through her image with amazement. Are they spying on us, he briefs. The image of Utopia doesn't seem to hear him. Interesting. You take your hands off the controls and the cave returns. Dice blinks at you in the sudden gloom. What the hell was that, he says. It was like we were really there. Like we were seeing out of the eyes of some kind of animal. Like we were the animal. This is kind of cool. Are the gardeners spying on us? Sim says they have eyes everywhere, Dice says. I didn't know he meant literally. We can't let Utopia know about this, he continues. We have to keep Sim's secrets. For now. You agreed to keep his monitoring station a secret. Yep. Yeah, we are. That was interesting. I like that. Okay. Collect items. Find Sim. That is my plan here. Not sure if we're gonna find him here, but we're gonna try. We are gonna try and see if he's here. That's back, right? Yeah, that's back. Going this way. Nope. Nope, that's Utopia. Hi. Utopia has sent a team of geologists to take a closer look at this region's weird terrain. You come across them working and Utopia beckons you over. We've done this one a couple of times. Here's what we got so far, la la la. We can date the quakes around the time a lot of these ruins were created, she adds. And we're looking, but we haven't seen anything built after them. Like that was it for the old convergent domain. These broken up layers are the same across the planet. Something sure happened about 20,000 years ago. La da da da. No! I should have looked at my stress. That is inconvenient. Too bad. Too bad. What's the time? Okay. I have to be a bit smart about how long I go on today. Because workshop weekend. And I have to get up, I don't know, early tomorrow. I have to be in my car by 7:30, so... Guys, do you want to talk? No. Maybe we can give them a gift now. No. Oh, this one, I'm looking forward to this one. It's one workshop, it's a weekend one. I'm so much looking forward to this one. Also, Crush is coming along. So, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. You spot Nam talking to Face. He smiles warmly and claps her on the shoulder, and she goes red, stammering out a goodbye as he walks away. Oh, hey, Eleonora, she says when you approach. We can't do anything else right now, though. Yeah, we need time off, I know. I'm gonna take time off with Rex, hopefully. No, the gas trainer is in a month. Gas facilitator is in a month. That's October. This is just Ulrika. Well, just Ulrika. No, it's one of our exploring kink events. And this is the deepening DS dynamics. You nestle in the cushions, close your eyes, and listen to music. You have an archive of over 100 years of music to choose from, but still, you wonder what new songs they're writing these days, 10 million light years away on Earth. The only new music you've heard is when the adults have come up with a new spacey shanty. It's nice. Good music for harmonizing with your friends as you work, but it's not really something you want in your ears all the time. Again, no Rex. Sad times. I hope I have a great time. I know I will, but thank you. Thank you so much. It's gonna be good. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that one. Like, just like we for this one we're going for this one we're going to Amsterdam, to our location there, to our venue there, and like we try. Because Pissy is being lazy, you're doing it for him. Wait, Pissy is here. Oh, Pissy is lurking here. Sorry for calling you out. I see more people lurking and I love you all. Just so you know. I had to check. Aww, that is cute. Pissy, how are you doing, sweetie? How are you doing? You're watching a movie, no stream audio. That is sweet. Okay. We feel good again. Maybe we can give Nam a gift now. Let it be so. Let it be so. Yeah, no, but this game is looking right because we want to see what comes out in the end. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we can. Okay, cool. Give her the egg because she loves that. Okay, cool. What did that get me? I need one more with her. Okay, cool. Yeah, no. For our exploring kink events, we actually always go to Amsterdam. I don't know. The kink events ask for a location that feels a bit like a warm embrace. And while our venue in Utrecht is really nice and we're really happy with it, it does not have that same vibe to it. It does not have that embracing vibe to it. It's a great location. We're happy with it. Cool. But our kink events, our 2-day kink events, we rather have them in Amsterdam at that venue, because that place upstairs, it's really light and feels like It's a little oasis of peace, close to the city center of Amsterdam. Yeah, exactly, Yip. Yeah, this place is I don't know. I can't really explain it. It just feels really nice. Upstairs is nice and bright, which is what we tend to use mostly for the events where we know that people might be challenged more mentally, mostly. So stuff like navigating intimacy. What else did we have there? There was another one. Therapeutic kink goes there as well. There you want the brightness to lift up spirits, but downstairs feels like this earthen womb, and that works so well. Like there's this exposed brick wall, and that place just I don't know, it's this warm embrace, that location. It feels really nice for a kink event. You had the best time if you're alive in Amsterdam, to be fair. That was 2000, so it might have changed. Yeah, well, we don't necessarily go, like, see much of Amsterdam during such a weekend. We are mostly at the venue, and the surrounding neighborhood, maybe, if we want to go for a little walk, but that's about it. Yeah, it's really nice. You find Rex playing cards by himself in the lounge with an actual physical deck of cards. He looks up as you approach and visibly brightens when he sees you. Sitting up straight with his dog-like ears on alert. "Well, hey, I'm Nora," he exclaims. "How's it hanging? Do you want to play a game with me?" Slightly related, but not really. "You're having one of your walls painted terracotta tomorrow. You're a bit scared." Hey, you know what, Yip? If it doesn't fit your vibe, or you're like, nah, you can just paint it over. I know that will cost a bit more money, but it is like it's your living space. Just paint it over. But give it a couple of weeks to get used to it and see how you feel when that's done. Is it bottoms up? Love that game. Rex blinks at you, surprised. "Oh? I didn't know they played it in a colony," he says. You don't know how to explain to him that you don't. You just remember him explaining it to you in another life, so you keep your mouth shut. Yup. True, but it may feel very dark. Yeah, but is it just one wall? Or are you gonna go with everything? No, it's one wall. I think it will be fine. You have enough lightness around to counter that. Well, since you already know how to play, Rex asks, "What do you want to bet?" Shortest wall in the house. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. It won't be too dark. You say, only really having two walls. Okay, fair. Of course, Rex exclaims. Whatever you feel comfortable is fine by me. Oh, really now, Rex? Whatever you feel comfortable with is fine by me. Uh-huh. Sure. Oh, he's so cute. He's so cute. I can't. Rex shuffles the cards and deals half the deck to each of you, and you begin to play the game. While Rex bent over. You know what? I don't think he'd mind. I think he'd be up for that. Out of all the characters in the game, I think he's the one that's like, sure. The best thing about this game is that it's not very hard to play. Rex says, scooping up his winning cards. It's all about how well you know the other person. And, well, we don't know each other very well yet, so what do you want to know about me? Ooh. Backish did a walk. Well done, easy. You'll give it a college try? Exactly. Have you met any friends here? What do you like to do for fun? Backish. What are your plans for the future? Enough talking, let's just play the game. Have you met any friends here? Oh yeah, of course, Rex says. He looks happy. All the adults are so much nicer than the ones I grew up with. Like, they care so much about how and why they do stuff. I love being around them. And the other teens, like, whoa, you guys are all so cool. Anemone and Tang are so passionate. Cal and Tammy are so sweet. And Martz is like a galactic level hottie. Whoa. He trails off, lost in thought. Oh, and that Dice guy seems interesting too. Mm-hmm. What do you like to do for fun? Talk to people mostly, Rex says, and puts down the low card to win the hand. I like to see what everyone's doing, and help them with stuff if I can. No words about me, no. I just really like being around other people. I like doing whatever they're doing. Describes everyone, but no Eiley. No. Sad. And cuddling, of course. I love cuddling. And running. And chasing stuff? He rubs the soft inner part of his ears and smiles sheepishly. What are your plans for the future? Rex blinks at you. Oh, whoa. Big question. I don't know. I think if I stayed in the Heliopause, I probably would have ended up becoming a soldier like everyone else, but planet side? Rex smiles to himself as he puts down the high card. I could do anything. I've always liked making things with my hands, and I like to make other people happy. Maybe I can do something with that. Exactly, Rex. Got another positive feedback today for school. Only one report left to write. Let's go. Yep, you're doing amazing. You played out the rest of the cards, staying fairly even in points until Rex is left with only one card and you have two. You're trailing, but not by much. If you play your low card for an easy win, you'll gain enough points to make it a draw. If you gamble on the slightly higher card in your hand, you might lose entirely, but you could win. What do you do? Wait, we've played this game before. A memory jolts through you from a past life. Oh, damn it, we do not have enough empathy. Rex's last card is high. You can definitely win this, even with your high card. Doing things with hands and making others happy, that's your specialty. You put down your higher of your two cards, and Rex shouts, "Are you for real?" He laughs. That was a really risky play. You're lucky I only had a high card left. He turns over his card, and it's even higher than yours. You win the game by a comfortable margin. Collect your winnings. Rex links your holopalms and transfers you your winnings. It's a good thing I love helping so much, he loves. You can rack up kudos pretty fast. Thank you for the kudos. You good, Robin? Are you okay? Okay, we're gonna have to find Sim. Come on, we're gonna have to find Sim. Let's see. We're going back to where we were. The ridge. I think we lost Robin. I think so too. Interesting how you don't even react to my bad comments anymore. Sorry. But especially with a game like this, I'm just... I don't do it on purpose, Yip. Sorry, what? Huh? What easy? What's up? I was reacting to Yip. You thought me reading Yip's reading? Yeah, okay. I guess so. I thought so. No worries. All good. Please tell me Sim is somewhere here. Or we're gonna have to go back to the other place. Let's go. For once, you see Sim before he sees you. Not meant as a critique, you enjoyed that. I'm like, ugh, another one of Yip's weird comments. Let's just move on. Okay, cool. Cool. Hey, and every now and then there is one that I go full on in. So it just really depends on what it's about. He's crouched just off the path, staring at the flower, his face blank. He doesn't react as you approach, so you watch him for a while. He's so perfectly motionless. You'd think he was a plant too. His eyes are unfocused. Is he assessing some kind of mental interface? Eventually you clear your throat. Sim carefully stands up and turns to face you. For a moment you're not sure if he recognizes you, then he tosses his head, and a grin leaps to his face. Eleonora, you caught me checking in with the boss. You have a boss? My boss? As I told you, they aren't fond of change, he replies. They're also very much like your boss. What's she named? Utopia. He tilts his head to the side. Her name word is fitting, isn't it? He lays one finger against his chin. I appreciate that she always reminds you not to get yourself killed. I wish you'd listen to her. She gave me a job to do. And I have my job, Sim replies, which is to protect this place. He laughs. Protecting you seems to be my hobby. Okay. If the boss finds out I'm talking to you, I'd be in trouble, so shh. He murmurs and puts his finger to his lips. Then why keep talking to me? Sim smiles warmly. Because you're the girl of my dreams. Literally, he replies. Can't seem to stay away from you. Sorry, what? What? I'm literally the girl of your dreams? In what way exactly? Because I doubt that was meant romantically. But it could be both. Sim. And because you humans are different, he continues. I'm so bored of everyone else on this planet. The other gardeners, my boss, they have everything of Vertumna just the way they like it. And I don't want the teeniest thing to change, he sighs. It's boring. You think Bob is just literally dreaming of me? Maybe. I honestly, yep, I do love that you just keep calling him Bob. It is so stupid, but I think it's so funny. Oh, see that tree? Sim points to a large tree with many long... Sorry. Many long limbs dripping from it and embedded in the ground. That tree was a small creature for part of its life cycle. You call it the Vriki. Once it plants its roots, that's where it stays for the rest of its life. The gardeners spend time as trees too, sometimes hundreds of years. If you do that enough, you start to think like a tree, set in your ways. You aim to please. Cool. He spreads his hands, an earnest expression on his face. When I watch you, when I talk to you and learn about your species, I feel inspired. I feel young again. Hold on, you can shapeshift? That is something we're gonna ask him after the break. I think this is a nice cliffhanger. You also think it's funny? Cool. Fair. I should be smart and not go on for too long after this. But at the same time, I really love this game. Anyways, I'm gonna take a little break. You go make sure that you get more comfy and get another drink if you need it and a snack. Go to the bathroom, and then I'll be back in about 5 minutes. See you in a bit. Thank you for sticking around. Okay, let's go on. Apparently, the gardeners can shapeshift. Background music of the game is quite loud, or guess quite loud? Really? I have not changed anything in that. Has that always been the case, Smurf? Or was my voice just not loud enough? That's strange. We'll keep an eye on it. Thank you for letting me know, Smurf. Don't you think my looking human is a bit of coincidence? He replies and motions to his body with a sensual flick of his wrist. It is a rather handsome body though, don't you think? I happen to think I did quite well. I'll say. We're gonna just now the game while you were away really got louder. Well, that's probably the music just swelling up. So that might actually make sense. But we'll keep an eye on it. It's good to know. I'll say, you have so many more questions for this man, or gardener, or whatever he is. But as soon as you open your mouth to ask another, Sim cocks his head as if listening and holds up a hand. I'm sorry, he says, looking for all the world like he's listening to the dang flower. But I must away. And with that, he's gone. Off to protect the wild of rescue, or rescue damsels, or whatever. Or maybe he's just avoiding your questions. Maybe. Ooh. You find your way blocked by a massive wall. No, a hollow pillar. Knocked over and lying on its side in the sand. It's absolutely massive. Stretches to your left and right, at least 1 kilometer in each direction. Though at some point it's crumbled enough that you could likely skill over it. Check it out. We don't need much engineering for this, so we will do this. 70. Oh boy. Okay, let's go with this then. Key between rounds. +3 in the last plane. That's at the end, so that's not interesting right now. That's 17, and if we do this one, it's 15, right? Yeah. And if we don't do this, but this, it is 18. Okay. That is not enough, by far. We have a whole bunch of stress though to use. We also have a whole bunch of these cards. Let's just go like this. We might actually be kind of lucky here. Bingo. Let's go. Just using our cards smart. In a smart way. You find more scraps of converted domain writing and technology. You document everything to bring back to Utopia. Extra engineering and some kudos. Cool. Hey, Dice is still, Sim is still there. I might want to check in with him in a second still. Items. Ooh, and this space too, yeah. Utopia's giving you clearance to poke around the ruins in the Secret Valley. Stars, this place is neat. Dice thinks so too, at least we don't have to climb back down again, he mutters, but you can tell he's excited. The buildings are arranged in a spiral formation around the central point. They're made of that oil-slick obsidian, something that looks like petrified bone, and have parts missing whereas some other organic material has long since rotted away. It's all overgrown with vines and buried in shifting sands. You follow the spokes of the streets until you approach the center of the valley, where a large pyramid-shaped building sits surrounded by thumpers and a variety of other small buildings. Check out the pyramids, take a look at the thumpers, investigate the other buildings, leave for now. Check out the pyramid. You walk all around the massive pyramid, but you don't see any entrance into it. It's sealed tight. It vibrates with significance and looms hugely in your dream memories. You feel faint just being close to it, but Dice doesn't seem to feel anything. When he insists you give up and investigate something else, you don't complain. Take a look at the thumpers. The 4 thumpers are in careful alignment, forming a square with wide paths between them and the pyramid in the center. One is almost totally reduced to rubble. None are still active. Smaller, more deteriorated pyramid buildings dot around the valley, purposes unknown. There are also dozens of little obelisks, a couple meters wide with a circular design on one side. You approach a random one of these on the edge of the valley. Like the door in Dice monitoring station. You know what to do. You get right up close to the circle and touch it, and the iris door slides open. Now you're looking through a large round door into a small featureless room. Quite small, quite featureless, totally dark, very creepy. But you can hear a faint hum. Is it still powered? It says a hard one. We're gonna bravely walk inside. Yes, we are. 5, 4, 3. We need to get to 90. Oh my god. Oh shite. How are we gonna make that happen? 90 with these cards? Oh boy. Let me see what cards we have. Change to that suit. First collectible use is free. Wait, that cost me something? I'm not even sure. Does it cost me kudos then? I guess so. Yeah, we should. Go this sorta closer. No, what are we? 17 owned. We still have 39 left. Okay, we can do this. I see. Oh, that's interesting. That is an interesting card. We won. We won. Okay. You walk in, dice close behind, and suddenly the iris closes, the floor lurches, and you're moving down. An elevator. The elevator squeals and grinds away like it hasn't been used in literally thousands of years. It doesn't go far, then grinds to a halt, and the iris opens to reveal a large room with obsidian walls. Like all convergent domain spaces, it's more cave than room, with stalactites everywhere and giant lumpy mounds of fungus. You wonder if the obsidian stuff they built with melts over time. Running and dripping in extreme slow motion. There are consoles on all the walls, like this is some kind of control room, just like the monitoring station Dice found. Most of it is long dark and covered with a thick layer of dust, except one device with two weird bony knobby sticks poking out of it. Grab the two interface sticks. You're starting to get the hang of these convergent domain interfaces. You just take hold of these two sticks thingies and you cease to be yourself. You're like a visual, audio, and weirdly tactile representation of something vast. You have a feeling of being in a large and complex space. No, like you are the space. A digital space, like a computer system? As if you were sucked inside a 3D representation of the HoloNet. And you could see files and processes and whole worlds of data, but in alien formats that speak to you more in sensation than logic. You let go of the sticks and the console room comes back. You grab them again and understanding fills your head. It feels not all that different from your bouts of déjà vu remembering, like of memories being inserted into your mind and you suddenly just know how to use this interface. Hello? You just think where you want to go or what you want to know and away you go. The word array comes to mind. A network of computers hosting millions of data nodes. Information on every part of the planet, from weather to soil conditions to individual creatures. Not just computers, but entities that feel intelligent. And also digital, artificial consciousnesses, like your ship's AI congruence. They're processing all that data and triggering subroutines to make minute changes on the planet's surface. Then a booming voice enters your brain and obliterates all else, speaking more in abstract thoughts than words, but loud. What are you doing in Wormhole Observatory Array Console 5, you nosy little creature? Then an explosion in your head, and you're thrown backwards and out of the array. There must have also been an explosion in your hands, which are now singed. The console is blown out and dead. You're shaken. Something didn't like you poking around in there. Whatever the array is, whatever lives in it has been watching you. Probably ever since you landed. You have a feeling Sim has something to do with this. He is either in league with the array, or he's part of it. But knowing Sim, he won't tell you anything until he's ready to. You tell Dice about the array and the voice saying Wormhole Observatory. He looks around, impressed. The convergent domain was sure up to some shit, he says. And now you know about the array and how to access it. That could come in very useful if it turns out to be a danger to your colony. You decide to call it a day. Your arms feel all tingly and weak from getting electrocuted, and your heart is still thumping a mile a minute. But you'll be back. Yes, we will be. But also, we need to have a little chat with Sim. Because, my dude, what is going on here? I need some explanations. I'm just getting the collectibles here. Wait, I thought there were more collectibles here. No, or not. Oh shit, now I need to figure out where. There he is. Hi Sim. Oh wait, you know what? We're first gonna get the collectibles that are here. Because then we've been everywhere, I think. Yeah, woohoo indeed, yep. We made that card shack, that was really cool. That was really cool. Okay, hi Sim. Because we do have the device for him. Did you bring what I asked? Sim is standing in the shadows. We're already at 60%. Oh my goodness. We're already at 6 hearts. Wrapped up in his clothes like he's trying to blend into the jungle. He just looks like a vid actor pretending to be shifty. You guess he's asking about the data I asked you to smuggle out of engineering. Yup. Oh wait. First, I brought you something. How about these? Sim examines your gift in great detail and asks various questions about where and when you found it. He hums to himself as he turns it over in his hand, a broad smile on his face. Remarkable, Eleonora. Just remarkable, he says as he hands it back to you. You are truly the most thoughtful of gift givers. I have enjoyed your present to the fullest. You try to explain that he can keep it, but he just smiles again and shakes his head. Okay. Yes, I've got the data you asked for. I knew it, Sim exclaims. I dreamed about it last night in my vat. You're what now? Sim waves his hands dismissively. Never mind, let me have the data drive. Yes, but answer a question first. Sim sighs and crosses his arms, but from his smile you can tell he's amused by your little game. Okay, I'll answer exactly one question, he allows. What is it? Do other people know about you? We already know that Dice knows about him. Do the gardeners want to hurt us? Good one. What's with those thumping ruins? Also a good one. How do you know my language? I want to know if the gardeners want to hurt us. We're gonna go there first. We want to see if we have to eliminate a threat here. Sim sighs. I hoped your question was going to be a fun one. He takes a breath and answers carefully. It's not that we want to hurt you, he replies. It's not personal, or even malicious. It's like dealing with an invasive species. Sometimes you need to resort to harsh methods to remove it, before it destroys the ecosystem. He holds his hand out expectantly. Perhaps that is not the answer you wish to hear, he says gently, but it is not our fault. You are the way you are. Correct, and this is what I expected. You hand over the data drive and Sim takes it reverently, staring as if he could see what's inside. Marvelous, he says. Like a genetic payload, except with digital data instead of organic. What will I learn from this trove, I wonder? You're still puzzling over the implications of the phrase genetic payload as he continues. The other gardeners are so tedious and obsessed with their work, he complains. They are more concerned with maintaining equilibrium than experiencing new things. They don't understand that novelty is what makes life interesting. He slips the data drive into his sleeve. Thank you, Eleonora. I will treasure this. As you approach, Sim holds a finger to his lips and bids you approach quietly. Look through here, he whispers. Through a break in the trees, a small colt-like unisaur. is taking its first halting steps in a small clearing. Its mother stands nearby, her sides heaving and gleaming with sweat. Just a few minutes old and already walking, Sim admires. Incredible, isn't it? That's sweet. We're not gonna do that again. Okay. Well, I'd say time to go home. Time to go back. Unless we come across a creature, but I don't think there were creatures here in the ridges. I think we ever saw creatures here. Yeah. Yep. Go home. Yes, go home. There's not much to get from here anyways. Okay. You're awoken by the buzzing of your holopalm. It's a colony-wide alert. You rub your eyes and ponder the thickness of the air seeping into your bedroom through the open veranda door. It's an ominous but beautiful sight. The seasonal pale pink haze has turned a deep fuchsia with scintillating silver sparkles floating through it. The shimmer. Thankfully, you've all been inoculated against the shimmer, because this looks like a bad year for the airborne spores. To be safe, you stay inside and seal your door and windows tightly. You spend the time playing holo games with your dad. After a couple of days, the pollen fog passes without incident. Yeah, this is where our dad died last time. But he's still here, luckily. Okay, what is the time? It is 10:30. We're gonna end it here for today. Yeah, we are. We are. Let me bring you to chat. There we go. Let's find our raid target. Please stick around for the raid. I'd appreciate that. Ooh, I already went to Joy earlier this week, didn't I? Yeah. But maybe we should again. Just because we can. Just because we can. Yeah. I think we're going to. We're going to Joy. You'd make a silly joke about seeing me Sunday, but you hope I have a great weekend with fun workshops. Yeah, I will post my, no. Wait. Yip and Smurf and Liv is not here probably, but also Liv. I need you guys, hopefully, to be in the Discord tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, I'm not sure what time yet. Let's say somewhere around 9-ish p.m. evening. Cause we've got a name to draw. I'll throw in a little message that we're gonna do that tomorrow night. You don't necessarily have to be there at that moment. But I'll be doing that, and then after that I will throw out my schedule for next week. So indeed, there's no stream on Sunday. For what again? Voyagers of Nera. Easy Draws hits at the 15th. Wait, what? Did they change that? I thought he was drawing tomorrow. Huh? Easy, you here? No Easy here. That's interesting. Thought Easy was drawing tomorrow. No, he's drawing tomorrow at 5. He's drawing tomorrow at 5. It's in his thing. 13th of September at 5 o'clock. Yeah, like, and if you're not there, I'll make sure to make a little recording of it so that you can see the wheel spin, so that you know for sure that it was that name that came out. And I'll make an announcement on the Discord anyways. But if you can be there, it would be nice. If you can be there, it would be nice. I know you trust me, but I want people to know that's the way I did it. Yeah, that's that. That will be tomorrow. Because I don't want to wait until Monday to do so, because I wanna have some time for people to like get the key, download the game, make sure that everything works, stuff like that. So your bet, you can swear it with 15. I understand, it's all good. All good. We are gonna go to Joy. If you are subbed, you can take the rate message that Yip posted with the moving emotes. If you are just a follower, you can take the one that's slightly above that. You're going to Venlo all day, but you're back on time. If you're back on time, you'll be there. I mean, go out for dinner though, so I can't say no. Fair enough. No worries, Yip. It's all good. It's all good. And if no one's there, then I'll just make a little video of it and we're done. All good. No worries. I'm gonna bring you to our dear Joy. Oh, that's absolutely not correct. Whoopsie. Joy is currently still on her first bout of the Relaxathon, which means that she is doing a subathon, but in a way that is extremely relaxed, with sleeping in between, longer breaks because she needs them, going on walks, making dinner and having dinner, shower, stuff like that. And everyone is just hanging out and relaxing together, and it's just so much fun. I love how it works out. And she's still got... Wait, did I just enter? Wait. When I just clicked in, it's at 6 hours. Now it's at 9.5. What happened? I missed that. Anyways, we're gonna go over there. It's always fun there. She's playing Peak with a couple of friends right now, I think. Can you lay in her lap? You wouldn't mind a lap to if you ask very, very, very nicely. But maybe. I don't know, I can't say. I can't give consent for her, but you could ask very, very nicely. If she'd mind that. Up to you. Up to you. If you're being left behind, please go there manually. And then we are gonna say goodbye. And I'm gonna wish you the loveliest weekend of all. Question is, we play with you, but we real talk, or we just follow you guys and stream, because 2 talking people is good enough. Easy and I, the plan is actually to have everyone just open and talk, which is 4 people in total. We'll have a talk about that. I have to check in with Easy about what he wants with that. It'll be fine. We'll figure it out, even if it's last minute. We do need to be able to communicate, because that game just goes on communication, and streams have a delay, so that would be slightly annoying. We'll figure it out, Smurf. We'll figure it out. May the best of your today be the worst of your tomorrow. Go take care of yourself. I have to go take care of myself by bringing my car to the charger while it's raining. Yay! Yeah, do that, Smurf. Do that. And I'll be back with streaming on Monday. Monday afternoon we'll do some Stardew. I promise. Have a lovely rest of your day, people. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you for being here. Love you.